সাংবাদিক বৈঠকে রাজ্যপাল সরাসরি নজর রাখবো।
Student has to pay for admission to the college. In this manner, it sends a very wrong signal and adversely impacts our society. Friends, interaction of governor and chancellor with vice chancellors is natural, essential, and part of my duty. I planned a meeting in 2020 on January 13 with the vice chancellors. It was my obligation and it was their duty to attend. Surprisingly, unfortunately, the government writes to me on January 9. The department is of the opinion that there is no requirement of any further meeting at this time. Unheard of. In no part of the country such kind of lawlessness exists. The government taking a view that the chancellor cannot have interaction with vice chancellors because it so feels. I was greatly worried. I wanted to control the decline. I found it preposterous and unacceptable. It was unmindful of the position I hold. I therefore wrote a letter to the Chief Minister on January 15. I indicated to her this judgmental approach was inappropriate. How can government sit over the judgment and in-judgment of the Chancellor, the Governor? I called upon her. We should not suffer this stalemate. This damages our education, the most important segment of total working. The communication was written on 15th of January. The Honorable Chief Minister has yet to find time, even after lapse of 6 months, to respond to this very important communication. I continued in my journey to reform the education, to take care of the interest of students, to be in touch with the vice chancellors. So during COVID-19, I scheduled virtual conference with vice chancellors on July 15. You will be shocked as members of the media. Academicians will be shocked. Former vice chancellors will be shocked. Students will be hurt. Their guardians will be stunned. The government says there is no provision for virtual conference under the rules. Can you ever imagine in changing India where virtual conferences are held day in and day out by the Chief Minister? The government has audacity to write to the governor. There is no rule. Importance of education, friends, in society is acknowledged. It can never be overemphasized. If a country has grown, it has grown on account of its quality of education. Education is all important. Education is soul of the society as it passes from one generation to another. Neglect of education will hurt generation after generation. It is unfortunate in our state, education is politically cased, politically controlled. Politically cased education can never serve wholesome purpose. What I find now is that this grip, political grip on education is tightening. It will hurt the students. It will hurt the education scenario. It will hurt the society at large. I have been here now for a year trying to improve education scenario. I have had intense interactions with alumni of our prestigious institutions, addressed the centenary celebration of the Alumni Association of the leading university. I have interacted with former vice chancellors. I have interacted with students, guardians, and academicians. They all share my anguish that the state of West Bengal, which is gifted with one of the finest institutions, oldest institutions, is rapidly declining in quality of education on account of political control and political affiliation of those in command in universities. Unfortunate. Let me remind you, friends, during this stressful pandemic period, let us take note of Darwinian dictum. And what does it say? And mind you, it is historically recognized. I quote, "It is not the strongest of the species that survive. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." Unquote. We are failing in this change. I am sure the vice chancellors of 23 universities of this state and education minister must be aware of this ruthless reality that Darwin so aptly articulated. And if they are not, you may make the plight of our students, our future, pursuing their higher education. They will be put in a messy situation. All the students enrolled in graduation, post-graduation, doctoral, postdoctoral course are our most precious human resource. The country cannot prosper, cannot develop, cannot attain greater heights if they don't do well. And they can do well only when they get best education system. This is what I am tirelessly raising with sincerity. If I am raising issue of quality of education, I want our students to get best of education. I do not understand why the government is objecting to this. I am taking care of students who are in their youth. It is my concern and duty to make this